Hi Lou, my name is Ahmed. I live in Brooklyn, New York. My question to you is how can I raise ceiling of my house, first floor and second floor, so that my rooms and every room can look bigger and better?
Ahmed, the only way you're going to raise those ceilings is by putting on a second-story addition. You're going to have to raise the walls on the outside and pull everything up. It's super cost prohibitive. Now, if you want to try and fake it, you can do it with paint. Think about nature. The colors on the bottom are darker and then it gets lighter as you look up to the sky. You could paint the walls a certain color and then about a third of the way down from the ceiling, you're going to lighten that color up and then go to the white ceiling up above. That can create an illusion that the ceilings are taller than they actually are. Takes a little bit of artistry, but it can work. Here's a question from Marilise. What can I use as a filler in a container planter so I don't have to use as much soil? I have tall urns, and when I fill it with soil, they are so heavy to move. All right, imagine that this is your urn, okay? Heavy, you don't want to fill it up with soil. I want you to get a piece of thin plywood. For illustration, I've got some cardboard here. Take that urn on the ground and flip it upside down, and then take a marker and draw around the urn, okay? Then you're going to need a saw, like a jigsaw or something like that, to cut that circle out, or whatever shape your urn happens to be in. But I want you to make it about an inch narrower than what you traced. So through the magic of television, I've already cut out our piece of cardboard to go inside this urn. Then you could take some bricks or chunks of wood that are going to support it so that you don't have to fill it with dirt, and lay that piece of wood inside there. Now look, you use some lightweight potting soil over the top of this. You can move those urns around every single day if you want, and they won't be as heavy as they are when you fill them with all that soil. Here's a question from Diane. What is the best paint for my 1980s kitchen cabinets made of pine plywood with a hard veneer that is impossible to sand or stain? This is why I have to paint them. All right, Diane, here's the tip. A little sanding is required. I just want you to get a sanding sponge like this and go over the entire surface of the cabinets, especially the laminate areas, because you need to rough that up a little bit so the paint has something to grab onto. You don't need to prime it. You can use this cabinet and trim paint directly. It's a self-leveling paint, and when you put the first coat on, you're going to think I'm crazy because it's going to look really streaky. But overnight, as it dries, it creates this beautiful film over the top of it. It almost looks like you spray painted the cabinets. Put a second coat, possibly even a third coat, and those cabinets are going to look terrific. Another thing is, you can tint this paint as well.